What does your horse really see when they look at you? Not just your face, but your emotions, energy, and intentions. Horses are master readers of the unseen, sensing fear, love, stress, and confidence in ways that will truly amaze you. Let's uncover what your horse knows about you, often before you do. Number 1. They see your fear before you even feel it. When your horse looks at you, the first thing they're scanning for is fear. Horses are prey animals, and their survival has depended on reading the emotional states of every creature around them for millions of years. They can detect fear in you long before you're consciously aware of it yourself. Your horse notices the subtle tension in your shoulders when you're approaching something that makes you nervous. They see how your breathing changes, becoming shallower and faster when you're anxious. They pick up on the way you hold your hands differently, how your stride becomes slightly shorter, and how your eyes dart around more frequently. What's truly remarkable is that horses can sense your fear even when you think you're hiding it well. You might put on a brave face and tell yourself you're fine, but your horse sees right through that facade. They notice the micro-expressions that flash across your face for just milliseconds, the way you unconsciously step back slightly, or how your voice gets just a little higher when you're trying to sound confident. This fear detection isn't just about obvious situations like approaching a scary obstacle. Your horse can sense when you're worried about their health, anxious about a riding lesson, or stressed about something completely unrelated to them. They absorb all of this emotional information and often mirror it back to you, becoming more tense and alert when they sense your fear. Number 2. They read your confidence like an open book. Just as horses are expert fear detectors, they're equally skilled at recognizing genuine confidence. When your horse looks at you, they can immediately tell whether you truly believe in yourself or if you're just pretending to be confident. Real confidence shows up in your posture, shoulders back but relaxed, head held naturally high, and a grounded stance. Your horse sees how you move through space with purpose and certainty. They notice that your breathing is deep and steady, your movements are deliberate rather than rushed, and your energy feels solid and reliable. But here's what's fascinating. Horses can distinguish between genuine confidence and false bravado. When someone is overcompensating for their insecurity by acting overly aggressive or loud, horses see right through it. They recognize the underlying uncertainty and often become more resistant or nervous around people who are faking confidence. True confidence in a human translates to security for a horse. When they see that you genuinely believe in your ability to handle situations, they relax and become more willing to follow your lead. They trust that you won't put them in danger because you trust yourself to make good decisions. Your horse also notices when your confidence is situation-specific. You might be completely confident while grooming them, but nervous when it comes to loading them in a trailer. They read these nuances and adjust their behavior accordingly, often becoming more supportive in situations where they sense you need extra help. Number 3. They detect your love and affection instantly. When your horse looks at you with love in your heart, they see it immediately. Love has a very specific energy signature that horses recognize and respond to powerfully. They notice how your facial muscles soften when you look at them, how your voice changes to a warmer tone, and how your entire body language becomes more open and inviting. Horses can distinguish between someone who genuinely loves them and someone who's just going through the motions of care. They see the difference in how you approach them. With love, your movements become more fluid and gentle, your energy feels warm and inviting, and you naturally give them more space to be themselves. Your horse notices when you look at them with what scientists call soft eyes, that relaxed, loving gaze that parents give to their children. This triggers a positive response in horses, often causing them to approach you more readily or show signs of contentment, like lowering their head or relaxing their muscles. They also see your love in the small details of how you care for them. The way you take extra time to brush a spot they enjoy, how you speak to them throughout grooming, and how you respect their boundaries all communicate love in a language horses understand perfectly. Interestingly, horses can even sense when you're thinking about them with love when you're not physically present. Many horse owners report that their horses seem to know when they've been missed or thought about fondly, greeting them with extra enthusiasm after time apart. Number 4. They sense your stress and absorb it. Stress is like a neon sign to horses. When your horse looks at you, they immediately pick up on any stress you're carrying, whether it's related to them or something completely different in your life. Horses are emotional sponges, and they often absorb and mirror the stress they sense in their humans. Your horse sees stress in the way you hold tension in your jaw, the rapid blinking of your eyes, and the restless energy in your movements. They notice when you're multitasking in your mind, thinking about work problems while trying to interact with them. This divided attention creates a scattered energy that horses find unsettling. Stress shows up in your breathing patterns, making them shallow and irregular. Your horse picks up on this immediately because horses are highly attuned to breathing rhythms. In the wild, changes in breathing often signal danger, so your stressed breathing can make your horse feel unsafe even when there's no actual threat present. What's remarkable is how quickly horses respond to your stress levels. If you arrive at the barn after a difficult day at work, your horse might seem more alert, less willing to be caught, or generally more reactive than usual. They're not being difficult. They're responding to the stress energy you're broadcasting. Many experienced horse people have learned to take a few minutes to decompress before interacting with their horses. They've discovered that horses respond much better when they've had time to release their stress and center themselves first. Number 5, they see your intentions before you act. Horses are incredibly gifted at reading intentions. When your horse looks at you, they're not just seeing what you're doing now, they're seeing what you're planning to do next. This ability to read intentions is so accurate that it often seems like horses can read minds. Your horse sees your intentions in the subtle shifts in your body position, the direction of your gaze, and the way you organize your energy before taking action. If you're thinking about asking them to move, they often respond before you even give the cue because they've read your intention in your body language. This intention reading ability explains why some horses seem to anticipate their handler's requests. They're not psychic. They're incredibly skilled at reading the pre-movement patterns that humans unconsciously display before taking action. Horses can also distinguish between clear, decisive intentions and wishy-washy uncertainty. When your intention is clear and committed, they respond more readily. When you're uncertain about what you want to do or how to do it, they sense this ambiguity and often become confused or resistant. Your horse also reads whether your intentions toward them are positive or negative. They can sense when someone approaches with the intention to help versus the intention to force or dominate. This is why horses often respond better to people who approach them with genuine desire to communicate rather than simply to control. Number 6, they read your energy like a weather system. Now let's talk about how horses read your overall energy. When your horse looks at you, they're essentially reading your personal weather system. Just like we can sense when a storm is approaching by changes in air pressure and atmospheric conditions, horses can sense the overall quality of your energy field. High-energy people create a different feeling around horses than low-energy people. Horses can immediately tell if you're feeling vibrant and alive or if you're dragging and depleted. They respond to these energy levels by either matching them or trying to balance them. Horses also distinguish between chaotic energy and calm energy. If your mind is racing with thoughts and worries, your horse senses this mental turbulence even if you're standing perfectly still. Conversely, when you're truly present and centered, horses are drawn to this peaceful energy like a magnet. Your energy field also broadcasts your expectations. If you expect problems or resistance from your horse, they often sense this and may fulfill your expectations. If you expect cooperation and partnership, they're more likely to offer exactly that. Some horses are more sensitive to energy than others, but all horses have this ability to some degree. It's part of how they've survived as a species, by being able to read the energy of every creature in their environment to determine friend from foe. Number 7, they detect your authenticity versus your masks. Horses are incredible authenticity detectors. When your horse looks at you, they can immediately tell whether you're being genuine or putting on an act. They see right through any masks or personas you might be wearing and respond to who you really are underneath. If you're trying to appear calm when you're actually nervous, your horse knows. If you're pretending to be confident when you're actually scared, they see the truth. Horses respond much better to authentic emotions than to fake ones, even if the authentic emotion is less than ideal. This authenticity detection explains why horses often seem to prefer children or people who are naturally honest about their feelings. Kids don't usually hide their emotions. If they are excited, scared, or happy, they show it openly. Horses find this honesty refreshing and trustworthy. Your horse also sees when you're being authentic in your affection versus when you're going through the motions. They can tell the difference between genuine care and obligatory attention. This is why some horses seem to favor certain people, even when others might be technically better caretakers. Authenticity also shows up in your consistency. Horses notice when your actions match your words and when your behavior is predictable and reliable. They value this consistency because it makes them feel safe and secure in their relationship with you. Number 8. They see your physical and emotional pain. Horses are remarkably sensitive to both physical and emotional pain in humans. When your horse looks at you, they often notice if you're hurting long before other people do. They see how you favor one leg when walking, how you guard your back when bending, or how you hold tension in areas that are injured. But even more impressive is their ability to sense emotional pain. Horses can detect grief, heartbreak, depression, and other forms of emotional suffering with incredible accuracy. They often respond to human pain with unusual gentleness, as if they understand that you need extra care. Many horse owners have stories of their horses behaving differently during difficult times in their lives, being more gentle, standing closer, or showing unusual affection during periods of loss or stress. This isn't coincidence. Horses are genuinely responding to the pain they sense in their human companions. Your horse sees pain in subtle changes in your posture, the way you move, and the quality of your energy. They notice when your usual vitality is dampened by suffering, and they often adjust their behavior to be more supportive during these times. This pain detection ability is so accurate that some horses are now being used in therapeutic settings specifically because of their capacity to sense and respond appropriately to human emotional and physical distress. Number 9. They read your leadership qualities. When your horse looks at you, they're constantly assessing your leadership potential. Horses are herd animals with complex social structures, and they automatically evaluate every human they encounter to determine where that person fits in their mental hierarchy. Your horse sees leadership in your decisiveness, your consistency, and your ability to remain calm under pressure. They notice whether you make clear decisions and stick to them, or whether you waffle and change your mind frequently. Strong leaders in the horse world are predictable and reliable. They also evaluate your fairness. Horses respect leaders who are firm but fair, who set clear boundaries but don't abuse their power. They can sense when someone is trying to dominate through force versus leading through earned respect. Your horse reads your leadership potential in crisis situations especially clearly. Do you panic when things go wrong? Or do you remain calm and find solutions? Do you blame others for problems? Or do you take responsibility and work to fix issues? Horses notice all of these leadership qualities. Interestingly, horses don't necessarily prefer humans who try to be the alpha or dominant leader. They prefer humans who are confident enough to take charge when needed, but secure enough to allow the horse to be a partner rather than just a follower. Number 10. They see your soul's true nature. Perhaps the most profound thing your horse sees when they look at you is your soul's true nature. Horses seem to look past all the surface-level characteristics and see the essence of who you really are as a being. They see your capacity for kindness, your potential for growth, and your deepest character traits. This is why horses often form strong bonds with people who might not seem like horse people on the surface, but who have genuine, loving hearts. Your horse sees your integrity, whether you're someone who keeps promises, treats others with respect, and acts in alignment with their values. They notice when there's congruence between your inner values and your outer actions. They also see your potential. Some horses seem to bring out the best in people, as if they can see qualities in humans that the humans themselves don't recognize yet. They respond to your highest self, not just your current self. This soul-level recognition explains why some horse-human partnerships feel so magical and transformative. The horse is seeing and responding to the best version of their human, which often inspires that person to grow into that better version of themselves. Have you enjoyed the video? If you haven't subscribed yet, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. It really helps us create more content about these amazing animals.